Gucci Alpine Racing, there's a brand new title sponsor on the Formula One grid, as Alpine has revealed it's swapping BWT for Gucci from 2027. It's the first time the iconic fashion brand has been involved in F1. Now, Jon Noble, you're in Paris. You've heard from a lot of the key figures, cutting through the PR noise. How significant a deal is this, and what does it actually mean for Alpine?
Yeah, it's a big deal for Formula One. It's a big deal for Alpine. It's the first luxury brand that's coming in as a team title sponsor. Obviously, Louis Vuitton have a arrangement with FOM and involved in the championship, but we haven't had a luxury brand coming as a sponsor of a team. And for Flavio, it's a return almost to the roots of his success. We know he made Benetton a fashion brand winners in Formula One. They won the championship, and he's looking to do it again. So there's a big push. It's a statement. Gucci see a huge opportunity in Formula One. And obviously for Alpine, it's great news getting a big sponsor on board because it's extra cash.
Yeah, how much extra cash is it? Because it seems like it's a big step up from the BWT sponsorship, which seemed like, to me at least, across the grid, maybe one of the less valuable type of sponsorships. But is it fair to say the Gucci one is quite a big step up?
Yeah, I think it's a significant step up. We asked the CEO of Gucci, Francesca Bellatini, today. She was asked, how long is it? What's it value? They weren't giving any information away. But from what we understand, it's we think a 3-year deal, and we estimate somewhere between $50 and $60 million per year. There's no official figure. We won't get that confirmed from everywhere, but we estimate that. So you can probably estimate around $150 million plus, with some bonuses as well on top of it if Alpine do deliver success in the future. So it's a significant step up for Alpine. BWT was probably worth around 25 to 30 per year. So it's not only a step up in finances, it's a step up in profile. You know, Gucci is a huge world brand. It's very ambitious. It's got some big things it wants to do with this deal, which will involve its own shops and the Formula One paddock and pit lane. So it's pushing on quite hard.
Yeah, it'll be far more than just the colours on the car, right? Because obviously we'd expect that BWT pink to probably disappear, the Gucci colours to come onto the car, but it seems like they're also going beyond the livery as well. Is it right that they're doing some of the overalls and kind of a wider involvement clothing-wise as well for the team?
Yeah, absolutely. I asked Francesca about the colours. Will they be the gold and black that we see behind? This is the new Gucci Racing logo. I said, is this what the car's going to look like? She said, that's the plan. We don't know yet how far. We also spoke to Philippe Krief, who's the CEO of Alpine. He pointed out that the blue of Alpine will remain in some form. So there will be a mishmash. It's not been decided yet. The deal's only just got across the line, so there's a lot of details to be sorted out. But one thing that Francesca did say is this isn't just about putting some logos on a car. There is going to be the Gucci fashion in the pit lane and paddock. We're talking about performance wear for drivers. We're talking about performance wear for mechanics. They want to make these Gucci products work in the Formula One environment. And obviously the travel wear and team wear in the paddock will be Gucci as well. And we can expect spin-offs in Gucci brands as well. The Gucci Racing brand will be pushed on an awful lot. So the fans will be able to get hold of Gucci Racing products all around the world in all their shops.
And Jon, you've heard from Briatore today and obviously other figures from Alpine and Gucci, and you've also seen their turbulent last 10 years in Formula One. What's your kind of sense of where that team is now? They obviously ditched having their own engine division, took on the Mercedes customer engines, having a good 2026. I think it's fair to say that that gamble is paying off. But where do you kind of see the trajectory of the team now, and kind of what difference will this more significant investment make? Is it Alpine hoping this is going to be the key to kind of finally break through into that top team group that they've obviously not managed to do since Renault brought the team back in 2016?
The ambitions to win. Flavio Briatore was quite clear today. He was banging his hand on the table when he was telling us, I'm here to win. I came back to Formula One to win. So that's the ambition. I asked him, I said, well, what's missing? What do you need now? You've got the Alpine deal. You've got the Mercedes engine. You've got drivers. You've got your products. He said half a second. We need to find half a second. He thinks they found a big step from last winter, but now it's about just doing a better job. It probably means signing some bigger name stars in terms of technical inside Enstone. It means making sure the drivers are there. Pierre Gasly is already contracted. Franco Colapinto's on that right trajectory, so he's pushing forwards. So now it's about time. He thinks if they can find maybe 2 temps into 2027, that will be enough to get them onto the coattails of the top 4. And then it's process, then it's pushing through, and it's just lifting and chipping away. There's going to be no overnight change, but the Gucci deal is a statement of intent. It shows this team means business. It's got a big global player on board. It's ambitious. It's going to change Formula One. It's going to make Alpine, a central focal point in the paddock, in the pit lane. And it's just the next step in a journey that may well take 2 or 3 years before it gets back to winning ways.
Yeah, we do get a lot of obviously sponsorship deals in F1, and I think there's varying levels of impact that those have. But it does feel like this is the kind of proper scale of investment needed to actually make a difference, because you have to pour huge sums of money in, and it seems like that is a quite significant deal. In terms of their future, though, John, obviously there's other kind of changes afoot as well, potentially down the line. There's been a lot of talk, of course, about Mercedes, Christian Horner, potentially buying that 24% stake in the company. Where are we at right now with that, and can we expect news of that soon?
We expect news soon, but it doesn't seem to be very near a kind of a public statement yet on where things are going. Flavio and Philippe Krief, the CEO of Alpine, today were clear that this remains an ongoing discussion. They say they won't do anything they're not happy with. So the key thing now is, can a deal get across the line? Is there enough finances involved to do it? From what we understand, Flavio's very open to Christian Horner's potential involvement. Flavio was quite clear that he needs some bigger players. He needs people to help him push this team forwards. He cannot do this all alone, and Christian would fit in that. The key thing then is, does a deal of nearly $3 billion to take a minority shareholder in the team, does that make financial sense? Do you want to spend all that money to not have a proper say in a team? So that's something that only Christian and his investors can do. We know Mercedes is in the background, but there are questions, there are politics involved. We know Zak Brown's written to the FIA to tell them we don't want joint ownerships in Formula One. So there's a lot of moving parts, but Alpine were absolutely clear, and Flavio, that they're here to stay. This isn't about setting up a move to sell Alpine in the short term. Alpine's committed to Formula One. It sees tremendous opportunity with this Gucci deal. You're chasing the same market. There is a younger audience for Formula One, a younger audience for car buying, a more female audience for car buying, a more female audience for Formula One. It's two brands that work very, very well together. So the message out of here today is massively committed to Formula One. And if the right investor comes along, they'll take it. But they're not going to rush themselves in, and they're not desperate to force through a minority shareholder sale.
Yeah, it's an interesting contrast. I mean, even look 12 months ago, they're the worst team in Formula One. There's lots of rumours about them selling up and lacking involvement. And then it seems like quite a transformation, obviously, to the front of the midfield, this long-term new deal. So it's interesting how quickly things can change in Formula One. Final question, John, on the drivers, though. Have they got the right drivers? Because they're pouring all this investment in. Pierre Gasly, Franco Colapinto. Does Briatore think that's the kind of next, build around kind of Schumacher-style lineup there?
Well, there were two aspects here. One is that F1's, this new era of Formula One, the chasing the younger audience, as Gucci have come in and as Alpine are chasing, it counts for drivers too. The fans are looking to the younger drivers. The older drivers are from a different era. So for a young brand that's chasing a younger audience, young drivers just makes total sense. Then the question is, are the current drivers quick enough? Gasly, the team are convinced he's got a long-term contract, so that's rolling on. So then the real question is Franco. Now, Franco's made tremendous progress over the past few races. All that uncertainty and doubt and questions of last year have now gone. Flavio was very positive about Franco today. He said he's woken up, he's understanding. He said Canada showed a new side of Franco that didn't do any laps in FP1, bang on the pace in qualifying, delivering points in the race, seems to have woken up. So he sees no reason why, if Franco continues like he's doing now, they will not stay into 27. And then he believes that's enough of a first step. Maybe they can go into 28, maybe they can all win together. So the messaging from Flavio is the two current drivers will remain on board for next year, as long as Franco keeps doing what he's doing now.